800 free final. Douglas, the bronze medalist in Tokyo, behind her good friend and UVA teammate Alex Walsh, who's feeling the big-time pressure tonight right next to her good pal. And there is Alex Walsh. Watched her sister turn in the top qualifying time in the semifinal of the 50 free, and now the spotlight all on her. And there is Gretchen, hoping to join her sister in Paris. Let's set the lanes in this final. Izzy Ivy is in lane 1, third trials, very first final. Lane 2, Zoe Dixon, her Gator teammate, finalist in the 400 IM. Beta Nelson is in lane 3, third final here for the Wisconsin grad. Last chance to make the team. Kate Douglas is the favorite. #1 qualifier, earning lane 4. Right next to her is Walsh. One last swim to make her second Olympic team. Leah Hayes in lane 6 took bronze at the 22 World Championships. Lucy Bell is in lane 7, two-time finalist here, swims at Stanford, and the youngest swimmer in the field is in lane 8, Lila Bognar, 17 years old, took third in the 400 IM. Got into the field when Tori Huss scratched this final, and again, we mentioned that again because that might be really good news. It is good news for Alex Walsh, one less swimmer to try to get by. But they are the clear favorites. Douglas in lane 4, Walsh below her in lane 5.
Take your mark.
Yeah, Dan, I think it's hard to look at anybody, Michael, and see much of a chance. Unless a Nelson or Hayes put something crazy out there, this is clearly going to be between lanes 4 and 5 with Walsh and Douglas.
Correct, because, you know, again, the second half of this race is so important.
Right.
And both of these girls are great breaststrokers. You know, these women can really, really move on that third leg, and that's really important, right? A lot of the best IMers have that third leg.
Douglas takes it out, followed by Nelson, and Walsh is just more than a half-second back of Douglas.
And Nelson's going to have that front half, but nobody in this field has even anything close to the breaststroke leg that Alex Walsh and Kate Douglas have. Douglas won the 200 breaststroke, for crying out loud, and Walsh was third, Michael.
Yep.
So there's Douglas fourth from the top, just below her is Walsh, still running 1-2.
These girls swim multiple races, multiple strokes, so they have that background to come home the last 100. Both of them hit that wall perfect on a full stroke. Good crossover turn there, hammering that breaststroke pull out. Whoa.
Beta Nelson with a nice turn there in the breaststroke just above Douglas, but we should see Douglas and Walsh pull away a little bit for some separation.
You took the words out of my mouth there, Danny.
There they go, right next to each other.
Stroke for stroke, this last wall is going to be important. Who's going to stay underwater the longest to make sure they're dodging that turbulent wave up top?
The world record is going to be way out there. The American record pace is 1:36.3, but that's a tough American record.
Speaking of way out there, Douglas lined up to win another event here, and she wants to take her good friend, teammate Alex Walsh with her. That is the way it is unfolding. If Alex Walsh can just hang on here, she'll have a spot in Paris with her sister.
Come on.
There she is. It's going to be Douglas and Walsh. 1-2.
They got it again. Back-to-back summers.
Is now off. Alex Walsh headed to Paris with her sister Gretchen. And that's the first time under 2:07 for Kate Douglas, who caps off a terrific week here in Indianapolis.
That race is going to be fun this summer. With Kaylee McEwen, 1-2. Those are the top 2 fastest times in the world this year. 100 turn here, coming into this wall. Watch. They hit it on a perfect stroke. This turn allows you to gain the momentum and the speed off of this wall because you just pop right off of it. And if you watch, Alex stays under so long on this pullout.
Yeah, she had a great pullout, and then the breaststroke is really where they dominated, and that's something you learned in your career, to swim a great breaststroke leg. They outsplit everybody in the field by 2 seconds, no question about it. they were going to go 1-2 here.
That underwater was incredible. That's so important in these races. So many people overlook that in the sport of swimming. Head down, full stroke finish. That's how you do it. It's a textbook finish. Got their hand on the wall, secured those 1 and 2 spots. These girls are going to Paris.
The Cavaliers from UVA. Todd DeSorbo is the head women's coach of the